Kevin Wheeler. I know that you are coming back from the workshop of land and water investment in the Eastern Nile, challenges and opportunities for regional development. So please, before just telling us what you have presented in this important workshop, just brief introduction of who you are and then explain to us what you have. I know that you have presented scenarios of filling the Greater Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. Thank you.
So I'm currently a PhD student at the University of Oxford. I have worked for several years, for the last 5 years, on Nile issues as a consultant and now as a researcher. I'm presenting a co-authored paper by I think 7 of us, people from Ethiopia and Sudan, and people from UK and the US have contributed to this study. But the focus of it is looking at what is the risks of the GERD to Egypt and Sudan. And primarily what I presented in the conference was the results of this paper, and mainly focused on the impacts to Egypt in this. What is the probability of shortfalls to Egypt during the filling process, and what are potential mitigation strategies for those increased risks. So the goal of this study was to take a very realistic look at what the major factors were that could cause shortages to Egypt, and what measures could be taken to avoid those shortages to Egypt. So the primary things that we would look at would be what is the initial starting elevations of the High Aswan Dam, and what kind of agreements could the countries come to potentially to fill the reservoir in the safest manner possible. And really the results of this would indicate that the countries can cooperate in many different ways to minimize downstream risks. So it depends on how close they're willing to cooperate will have a direct effect on how risky the filling outcomes are.
Okay, this was only on the Eastern Nile Basin. So you expect similar scenarios for the expected new infrastructures on the other part of the other streams of the Nile Basin? I mean the western one, South Sudan and the other, because there are some dams which are in the pipeline. You see this is applicable also to that other part.
Yeah, the equatorial lakes, it is applicable, but it's a little more complex because of the Sud wetland in between, where that obviously changes the hydrology significantly. So anything that's built within the equatorial lakes has a much more dampened impact on Egypt, because so much water is lost in the equatorial lake or in the Sud wetland. So certainly many of the lessons that are applied from the Ethiopian case could apply for any other developments in the basin as well. But certainly Ethiopia is the major test case that's on the books right now.
I know that you are from civil engineering or hydraulic engineering, but you embark on geography. Your PhD is in geography and so on. How do you correlate this engineering with geography?
So I did my undergraduate and my master's in civil and water resource engineering, and then I moved more into the context of international negotiations between countries over river basins. From the U.S. and Mexico case initially, I worked on that as a consultant and decided that there were many more issues I had to study about the politics, the economics, the complexities of that would go outside of the technical realm that I would interact with an international negotiation. So geography was the discipline that brings things together. So it's somewhat technical, somewhat social, brings things together under one common large tent.
Okay, thank you very much, Kevin. Pleased to talk to you.
Thank you much.
Thank you.